Most people approach shopping in Greenwich and exploring Greenwich Avenue the wrong way. Most see the Ave, as locals call it, as a very pretty mall. You walk up, you walk down, you peek in a few windows, maybe you buy something, maybe you feel slightly underdressed, which, fair, it happens. But if you actually know the area, there's a much better way to spend an afternoon downtown. It has less to do with which stores you visit than with how you use the place. There is one mistake I'd avoid though. I'll come back to that. So in this video, I want to show you the route I actually give guests. Where to start, when to go, which corners to turn, and how to leave before the afternoon starts to feel like a chore. If you don't know who I am, my name is Colin Pearson. I'm a 4th generation innkeeper at Stanton House Inn in Greenwich, Connecticut. The inn is about a 10-minute walk from the top of Greenwich Avenue, past some of the most historic homes in town, which honestly is one of the better walks in Greenwich before you've even arrived anywhere. I've sent a lot of guests downtown over the years. Some come back delighted. Some come back tired. The difference usually isn't the stores, it's how they use the afternoon. Here are the 3 rules I give every guest before they head downtown. Before we get into specific shops in and around Greenwich Avenue, here's the filter I actually use. Downtown Greenwich is small. The Ave, as we call it, is a short, very walkable stretch running downhill from the Post Road to the harbor. You can cover the whole main stretch on foot in about 30 minutes, maybe less. That's both a gift and a trap. If you treat it like an assignment, try to hit every store, cross every name off a list, you'll finish exhausted. Plus, you'll have missed the interesting half of the neighborhood entirely. I think about it in 3 parts. First, treat it like a good 2 to 3 hour afternoon. Greenwich Avenue is way better at a slower pace. You don't get extra credit for finishing. Second, get off the main stretch. Lewis Street, William Street, Elm Street, they're all short, close by, and easy to walk to, and they're home to half the shops actually worth finding. Most visitors never turn off the corner. Third, pick your timing. The best version of downtown Greenwich is almost never Saturday in July, except maybe one day. More on that in a minute. Here's the best time to shop downtown Greenwich if you hate crowds. A few things to clear out of the way before you go shopping on Greenwich Avenue. First, timing. The sweet spot is a weekday mid-morning. Shops open by 10, the Ave is calm, and you can browse without navigating around other people plodding along. Sunday is underrated in my opinion. Parking is free all day. The mood is slower. Most stores open around noon. It's a better browsing day than Saturday, which doesn't make sense until you've tried both. Avoid Saturday afternoon in the summer if you can. That's the one version of the Ave that loses its charm. If you go then and decide Greenwich is too crowded, try again on a Tuesday and tell me whether it's the same place. Second, parking. Street parking is metered Monday through Saturday with a 2-hour limit. Bring quarters or use the parking app. Guests mention this every season, and they're right. For a longer stay, there are municipal lots nearby, including one behind Saks off of West Elm Street. It's free on Sundays and town holidays. If you're staying at the inn, the walk is 10 to 15 minutes past some gorgeous old houses. It's the right way to arrive. If you need directions from the inn, I always give the same ones. Right on Maple Avenue, right onto the Post Road at Second Congregational Church, walk 4 traffic lights, and turn left onto Greenwich Avenue. One more directional note while I'm at it. The Ave runs downhill. Start at the top, the Post Road end, and walk toward the harbor. It's easier on your feet, the architecture gets better as you go, and the harbor views are waiting at the end. Here's the difference between the Greenwich people photograph and the Greenwich locals actually experience. There are really 3 ways to shop in downtown Greenwich. Most guides only tell you about the first one. Greenwich Avenue is beautiful. It's also not the whole story. This version of Greenwich Avenue and shopping along it is the one people photograph. The recognizable names, the Ave on a sunny afternoon. Now I'm not dismissing it. Some of this is really worth your time, just not always for the reasons people assume. Tiffany and Saks are exactly what they look like. They're landmarks. They're worth a slow walk past. I have Tiffany's front in every season at this point. It's quite pretty. And the Saks building was the original Greenwich Library, which I think is kind of cool. RH at 310 Greenwich Avenue. This is one I always tell guests to step into, but not for the furniture. It's inside the old Beaux-Arts post office building, and the interior is one of the most beautiful rooms in downtown Greenwich. It's 10 minutes, not a shopping trip, it's an architectural moment. The Real at 256 Greenwich Ave is home to pre-owned luxury. The treasure hunt energy is real there. A guest found a pair of Jimmy Choos there a few years back. I can't promise that for you, of course, but you never know what you'll find. Guests sometimes describe the Ave as Greenwich's version of Fifth Avenue and Madison, and it's not wrong, but it's not the whole picture. The best shops in Greenwich are the ones visitors miss because they never turn a corner. This is where the afternoon gets more interesting. Head to Splurge at 39 Lewis Street, which is home to homemade jewelry, one-of-a-kind gifts, and home decor. It's been on Lewis Street for years. The name is a little cheeky. The shop is quite charming. It's the kind of place you walk in looking for one thing and leave with something you didn't even know existed. Navy Lobster at 58 William Street is tucked away and easy to miss. Everything in it feels deliberate. It's good for a gift that doesn't look like it came from a list. Diane's Books on Grigg Street is an independent bookshop since 1990. The staff handwrite notes on the books, why they loved it, what their favorite parts were. There's a great children's section too. Head next door to CFCF for coffee after. These are the places most visitors miss, and that's a shame because this is where the neighborhood starts to feel like itself. Nobody films this part of a Greenwich afternoon shopping trip, and they should. This is the part nobody puts in a travel guide. Maman at 98 Greenwich Avenue is a French bakery and cafe. This is a great pause point. Sit for 15 minutes. Watch the avenue pass you by. I'd stop there for coffee before I did anything else. Greenwich Exchange for Women's Work has been around for well over a century. They sell local artisan goods from women artists and makers. You never know what you'll find, but it's always a pleasant surprise. The people who work there are lovely, and I am not being facetious. Consigned Designs is home to pre-loved luxury. Whatever you find, you won't find it on any shelf on the Ave. Like any consignment store, the search is half the fun of it. And that's the whole thing about shopping in downtown Greenwich. It still works like a real neighborhood, not just a place to shop. Most of what a guest might actually need, groceries, a good lunch, a slow afternoon, is all right here on foot. Here's how I send guests into downtown Greenwich. When guests ask me where to shop, I don't hand them a list. I ask them what kind of afternoon they want. Are you a first-time visitor? Walk the whole avenue once, top to bottom. Coming from the inn, cut over to Lewis Street and find Splurge. Later, give RH 10 minutes for the building. That's the right amount of time for a first pass. 2 hours before dinner, skip the Ave entirely. Hit up the side streets first. Splurge on Lewis, Navy Lobster on William. Then coffee at Maman and walk back at your own pace. You'll finish with time and energy to spare. Someone who likes browsing more than buying? Head to RH, The Real, Blankenship Dry Goods, and Diane's Books. Walk slowly. Give it more time than you think you need. This is your afternoon, after all. Want a quick 90 minutes? Navy Lobster, Maman, Splurge, in that order. Done with something good to show for it. Maybe. Calm afternoon? No agenda? Head there on a weekday morning. Start at Maman, walk downhill. Pop into whatever pulls your attention. And leave before you're tired. That's usually when a good afternoon devolves into something else. When I send guests downtown, I'm not sending them to do shopping. I'm helping them have a good afternoon. Those are different things, and only one of them is worth a detour. All of that said, don't make this mistake in downtown Greenwich. A few more honest notes. Don't spend your entire afternoon only on the main drag of Greenwich Avenue. Turn a corner once in a while. Literally. Lewis, William, Elm, most visitors never do it. It's a big mistake. Don't go on a Saturday afternoon in summer and decide Greenwich is too crowded. That's like eating at a restaurant the night of a private party and judging the kitchen. Come back on a Tuesday morning. And don't mistake expensive for interesting. Some of the most worthwhile shops on this stretch have the smallest signs and are on side streets. They're where a very specific person made a super specific shop. The mistake most people make here is confusing polished with memorable. They're not the same thing. And the Ave has both. If you only have 2 hours for shopping in downtown Greenwich, tackle it like this. If you're staying with us and want one very good shopping afternoon in downtown Greenwich, here's how I tell you to do it. Leave around 2. Walk from Stanton House Inn. Again, take Maple to East Putnam, walk 4 traffic lights, then turn left onto Greenwich Avenue at First Presbyterian Church. If you're not in a rush, turn onto Church Street, and at the corner of Church and William, you'll find Navy Lobster. At the corner of Greenwich Ave and the Post Road, you'll be at the top of the Ave, which is exactly where you want to start. Begin with coffee at Maman at 98. Sit for 15 minutes. Watch Greenwich Avenue pass you by. Take a break. Head downhill. Cut left onto Lewis Street. Splurge is at number 39. Back on the Ave, walk downhill. The old post office building, now RH, is about midway down. Step inside for 10 minutes, again, not for the furniture, just to see the place. Although if you want to buy something, you do you. From there, wander the lower stretch to the harbor. You'll understand the whole geography by now. Head back around 4:30. Think about where you want dinner. That's a whole different video. Shopping on Greenwich Avenue works best when you stop trying to conquer it on your next shopping trip. Start at the top, walk downhill, turn the corner once or twice, get coffee before you need it, and leave while you still like everybody. That's usually a good rule for a shopping afternoon. And honestly, most things in general. I'm curious where you land, browser, buyer, or coffee first, decisions later. If you haven't seen the restaurant guide for Greenwich Avenue yet, that's the obvious companion to this one. Links below.